Hey, what's up, everybody? Sitting here in the parking lot of Walmart, waiting for Emily to get some stuff. Her big event is tomorrow, and she's just getting some last minute things here. And anyway, today, by the way, I don't go into Walmart because I feel like it just brings me down. Just reeks of cheapness, and I don't want that energy on me as much as I don't believe in energy stuff. Anywho, what I want to talk to you today is an interesting article I read today, which I think will really help you if you're telling stories. So it was in my junk folder, actually. It was a Medium article called "How to Tell Stories That Get People to Trust You, the Stinky Cow Principle." And naturally, I was like, what? I was about to delete it. I was like, something, the name got me. So I was like, okay, I'll bite. And basically the article was about a guy from, he's like he lives in LA, and he teaches people how to tell better stories. Business people, screenwriters, copywriters, people like that. And he holds workshops where he goes over in these specific storytelling principles, and he gives an example of how to tell a good story that gets people to connect with you. So in this article, he mentions his student Max. Max was he's a budding film director, and the guy who wrote the article asked Max how, like in front of the class, hey Max, how did you get into doing what you're doing now, right? And Max tells him, he goes, okay, well, I was working in Discovery, and I didn't really like it, and something happened, and then I decided, screw this, I'm becoming a film director. And the guy who wrote the article, let's just call him Steve, I don't know what his name is. Steve says, okay, Max, that was okay. And he asked everyone in class, hey, what did you guys think of that story? Was that compelling? Do you feel connected to Max here? And everyone says no, like that was trash. And Steve goes on to say, okay, well, in screenwriting they teach you this, not so much in copywriting, but there's a way of describing, of telling stories. There's two narrative styles. There's one of them is summaries, and one of them is scenes. So what Max did was actually a summary. Like an example is, I left the house today, I went to Walmart, I got some milk, and then I came home. That's a summary. What a scene is a little bit different. It's like a specific moment. It could be the turning point. Sorry, I was watching out for Emily here. What specifically happened to in your story? They call it inciting incidents. Like, if you read a lot of sales copy, it's when like your turning point or your big discovery or your aha. So basically, he asked Max again, okay, Max, what was the specific moment when you just had enough, And Max had to think. He's like, well, one day I was working on this for Discovery Channel, and we were shooting some weird people behind me. We were shooting something about dead cows, and on the drive back from the shoot, we were going back to the studio. We had the dead cow in the back of the van, and it was rotting and stinking, and I had to sit back there with the cow. And that was when I really just said, enough's enough. Like, I can't work for anybody else. I have to do my own thing. Like, I'm not just doing this bitch work anymore. and that was it. And then Steve goes, class, like, how do you feel about Max now? And they're like, wow, I feel so much more connected with him. I feel like he's more creative now. I feel like he's a risk taker and that he doesn't just give up easily. Which, when he told his story in the summary, that's what they got from him, you're just a quitter. But the scene really gives an inside picture of your character, your psychology, and stuff like that. So that's what I got for you today. So just think in terms of scenes instead of summaries when you're, especially with your like sales stories and stuff like that. Okay. Hopefully this helps. Let me know if it did before. Just another thing. What's your scene? Why did you start doing what you're doing now? The specific moment. I was trying to think of my own, and I have to narrow it down. Maybe I'll put that in the next video. All right. All right. Peace out. La 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 la.